Today you worked on lesson 312, solving fraction number stories. You identified problem-solving strategies and solved a variety of fraction number stories. Before we begin, let's review. You know a fraction has a numerator and a denominator. Numerator, denominator. The denominator tells you the total in a whole, and the numerator tells you how much is eaten or what part is taken away. So you could have, let's say if my denominator was 4 and my numerator was 1. If I drew a circle, it's not a very good circle. There's my 4 pieces. I have 1 colored in. Numerator and denominator. We've also talked about adding fractions. So if we're going to add fractions, what do they need? Like denominators. So I can add 3 over 4 plus 1 over 4. That equals 4/4. 2/3 and 1/3 equals 3/3. We know those are wholes because if we drew the picture, they would all be colored in. We know that if I see a number that looks like this, 6/4, we call this an improper fraction, and I can turn it into a mixed number. Mr. Borstruck is how many times does 4 go into 6? It goes in 1 time, and then I subtract the 4. 6 minus 4 equals 2. So I have 1 and 2/4. We know we can reduce. Another name would be 1 and 1/2 because I can divide by 2. So we can rename fractions and give them several names. We also know if we have 2 fractions that look like this, say I have 3/8 plus 4/3. I have to find the least common multiple. Step 1, my multiples of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Now if I have my 3's, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So I'm going to have to use 24. That was the first number I got to. So if I look at my 8's, I go count 1, 2, 3. So I need to multiply 3 by 3 and 8 by 3. For my 3's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 8 times 8. So if I erase real quick the bottom part, three times 3 is 9. We know 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 4 times 8 is 32. Over 24 equals 41/24. I know 24 over 24 equals a whole. So I know I have 1 whole. Minus 24 will be 17 over 24. My mixed number. Your homework looks like this. Let me get my picture. That's not what I want. Delete. Undo. Yours looks like this. We're going to do the first one together. You have to do 2 and 3 on your own. The bottom is practice. Find the volume. Length times width times height. So, if we're looking at number 1, it says, show your work, solve each number story, show your work to make sure your answer is clear. Anton is training for a cross-country race. He ran 2 2/4 miles on Saturday and 3 1/4 miles on Sunday. How much farther, there's our key word, how much farther did Anton run on Sunday? So that tells me we need to subtract. We need to subtract that. How much further did Anton run on Sunday? So, you can draw a picture. Maybe you want to draw a number line. So if I draw my number line, I have to start with 2. And then I'm going to go, so 2, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 3. 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4. So Anton, I'm going to get my, Anton started at 2 2/4. So 2, 1/4, 2/4. He started here. That was Saturday. Oops. Saturday. Now, then on Sunday he ran 3 1/4. So here's my 1/4. Or on Sunday. So if I'm hopping, so I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So Anton, your answer is Anton ran 3/4 farther on Sunday. I know because Mr. Bohr's writing down here 3 1/4 minus 2 2/4 is 3/4. Now, let's say you didn't want to draw a picture. What's another way you could do this? You can subtract. So, if I have 3 1/4 minus 2 2/4, it looks like I can subtract, but can I? No, because I can't take 2 away from 1. So I need to turn 3 into a whole number. So I need to take a whole away. So I'm going to turn it to 2. I'm writing up at the top 2. And I need 4/4 plus 1/4 minus 2 2/4. So that leaves me, I'm writing in the name box now, 2 5/4 minus 2 2/4. 2 minus 2 is 0. 5 minus 2 is 3. And I leave my 4. 3/4. Is that the same as what we counted here? Absolutely. So, try 2 and 3 on your own. 2, I would suggest drawing a picture. You have 9 apples divided by 6 friends. Draw a picture if you want. And then the last one is fracture capture. You know how to do that.